We need to eat the baby.
I have no respect for women for children. Okay, I think so poorly of them, and the reason why.
Hey. So welcome to a new edition. A disgusting edition, but there's just so much of it that I had to put it in its own category. Local man admits to raping child over 30 times. Look at that piece of crap. An Idaho Falls man has been arrested after he admitted to raping a child more than 30 times. Micah Brewster, 31, told police the rapes happened over a 4 or 5 year period, according to a recent probable cause affidavit. According to the probable cause affidavit, the victim's mother contacted police after her daughter told her of the abuse. The victim underwent a forensic interview during which she described the sexual assault. Police went to Brewster's house, where he agreed to be interviewed and allowed officers to collect bedding for possible evidence. According to the affidavit, Brewster originally denied the abuse. During the interview, however, he admitted to raping the child starting when she was 7 or 8 years old. He estimated he had molested her 30 times during that time period and described the rape with details similar to the victim's statements. Brewster was arrested and charged with lewd conduct with a minor child, punishable with up to life in prison and up to $50,000 fine. A no-contact order was issued between him and the victim. A preliminary hearing is scheduled for 1:30 October 23rd in Bonneville County Courthouse. All right, which I'll be following this. I think that's today or tomorrow. Yeah, it's tomorrow at 1:30. What a piece of crap. Hey. So this woman drives a van through schoolyard filled with children. A woman may be facing additional charges after driving her van through a school field during an event on Friday afternoon. Michelle Huratunen was arrested and charged with aggravated assault. She may face further charges following an investigation, according to Texarkana, Arkansas Police Department. Just before 3 p.m. on October 18th at North Heights Junior High, officers were notified by school security regarding a maroon van driving erratically through a field behind the school. At the time, a school event was being held in the same area with over 200 students present. Officers were told that several children had to jump out of the way of her vehicle. School staff members began running after the van. Then the driver drove into a nearby woodline where more students were present. They had to flee for their safety as well. Police found Huratan in the open field between the school and Nicks Creek. She told officers she was driving in the field looking for her dog. Due to her erratic behavior, which caused a substantial danger of death or serious physical injury to several TASD student and staff, she was then charged according to the news release. No students or staff were harmed in this incident. That doesn't matter. You don't drive. Especially with terrorist attacks with fans. I mean, that's just stupid. Here's another piece of crap. It pisses me off so bad. They need local man called monster at sentencing for molesting young boys. Oh, I hope he gets what he deserves in prison. A local man who sexually abused 2 boys numerous times, starting when the children were toddlers, was referred to as a monster when he was sentenced on Tuesday to serve up to 4 decades in prison. During a hearing at the Bangkok County Courthouse, Judge Rick Carnaroli sentenced Christopher Dever Ostiger, 28, of Pocatello, up to 40 years in prison, including minimum of 20 years behind bars, before Asher is eligible for parole. He needs to be life in prison. The mother of the 2 young victims called Ostigar a monster when she addressed the court during his sentence, Bangkok County prosecutor said. In February, Ostigar was charged with the 1 felony count of lewd conduct with a child under the age of 16 for molesting the 1 boy starting when he was at the age of 3, and 1 count of felony sexual abuse of a minor under the age of 16 for molesting the other boy starting when he was 2. Oh, battery's dying. The Bangkok prosecutor office agreed to dismiss the sexual abuse of minor charge on one condition, that Ostagar pleaded guilty to the lewd conduct charge, which he did in June. Ostagar is related to both children, which is one reason why the sentence Karnaloy imposed was severe. The maximum sentence the judge could have imposed was life in prison, and you should have done that. When delivering the sentence, Karnaroli said it was Ostagar's responsibility to protect the children, not inflict harm on them. Authorities learned of the sexual abuse of the two boys after their mother contacted Pocatello police on February 14th of this year. On February 15th, police detectives asked Ostagar to come to Pocatello Police Headquarters for an interview. At the conclusion of the interview, Ostagar was arrested and transported to Bangkok County Jail. He remained at the jail throughout the adjudication of his case and is currently there awaiting transport to a state prison to start serving his sentence. Ostagar repeatedly forced the two boys to molest each other and perform sexual acts on him, according to the police. The sexual abuse of the two boys began in 2016 and continued up to the time of Ostagar was arrested this past February. Ostagar also admitted that he would watch pornography and touch himself sexually in front of the boys, according to court records. Initially, Ostagar lied to the police detectives about the sexual abuse of the boys, but he later admitted to his actions, though he attempted to minimize what had actually happened, police said. In addition to imposing a lengthy prison sentence, Karnaroli renewed no-contact orders between Ostagar and the victims that will not expire until Ostagar is released from prison and successfully completes his parole. Ostagar must also register as a sex offender upon his release from prison, and let's just hope he never gets released. The face of evil. Hey, how's it going? Nampa man accused of sexually abusing girl. Detectives believe there may be more victims out there, and I hope they come forward. A Nampa man has been arrested on felony lewd count of sexual abuse charges after police say he touched a girl inappropriately. Nampa police began their investigation after receiving a report in October 2018 that Jericho Nikolai Zahara had touched the girl, who was under the age of 16, at a home on Skyview Drive in Nampa. Zahara was arrested Thursday morning and booked into the Canning County Jail on one count of lewd conduct with a child under 16 and 2 counts of sexual abuse of a child under 16. Police say in a Facebook post the victim and the suspect knew each other. Due to the number of children that were in contact with Zahara, police are concerned that there may be more victims, and anyone with information on possible victims is asked to call Nampa Police Detective Chris Davenport at 208-468-5623. All right. Just line them up. You just need a firing squad.